Okay, hello. Hello. Yes, my voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Ahit ka. Okay, we'll start it. So wait a minute. Okay, so my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once again, very good afternoon to all. So in our today's lecture, we are going to start with our unit number one, that is the introduction to cryptography. Okay. So in the first lecture, we can go through the basic of a syllabus. So here we have to start with the unit number one, that is the introduction to cryptography. Okay. So basically, first we need to understand what is the network security and what is the cryptography. Okay. So in many applications, so for a security purposes, we can use the various types of algorithms. Okay. So if I have to transmit our data from the one channel to the another channel, so we can transmit by using the various communication technologies. But with this case, we have to also protect our data from the hackers. Okay, so simply we have to transmit the information from one end to the another end, but our condition is we have to protect our data from the various suspects. So we can call as hackers. So in order to avoid that, we have to use the various codes, yeah, the various algorithms. So all that algorithms are come under the concept of a cryptography. So in our first unit, that is the introduction to cryptography, so we have to study the various basic details regarding the cryptography, stenography, as well as the network security. Okay, so these are the contents of unit number one. So in unit number one, we have to study the various computer security concepts. So what is the use of computer in our network security? Yeah, how we can use the various types of securities. So that comes under the computer security concepts. So in order to develop the network security algorithms, so we have to study the most commonly used architecture, that is the OSI security architecture. So we have to study what is the OSI security architecture and what are the key points of the OSI security architecture. Okay, so once we study the various computer security concepts and the system architecture, then we have to go towards the various types of attacks. So that's called as a security attacks. So in a security attacks, we need to understand what is a attack, yeah, how we can prevent our data from the various types of attacks. So in a security attack, we have to study the various types and how we can avoid this such type of attacks. Okay. So in order to transmit the information, so simply we can use the text. So by using the various, yeah, let us take a one example. That is a we can send a email from a one person to the another person. Okay, so that information can be passed through the medium as a text. So we can message, yeah, we can email to the another person by using the text. So what is a text? how we can secure our the text by using the network security, how we can transmit the information through the text. So that's come under the plain text and cipher text. So by using these two technologies, we can, okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. शक्ती खाली दिली. Okay, so we'll continue. So if we have to transmit the information through the text, then we have to study the two types of text under the network security. One is a plain text and another is a cipher text. So in order to use the plain text and the cipher text, we have to study the various types of techniques. It is a substitution technique and the transposition techniques. So by using these two techniques, we can get the idea how we can transmit the codes, yeah, how we can transmit the text from the one user to the another user. Okay, so along with this, we have to study the two types of approaches. That is, one is called as encryption and another is called as a decryption. So might be we can study in various communication subjects. It is a concept of multiplexer and demultiplexer. So in our network security, so instead of the multiplexer and demultiplexer, we have to study the encryption and the decryption concepts. So how we can encrypt the message, how we can decrypt the message. So that we have to study under the encryption and the decryption. Okay, so now we have to move towards our main word, that is a security. So can anyone explain what is a security? Yes. How we can feel that your network should be secure? What is the definition of security? कोणी सांगू शकते? Hello. Yes, anyone tell the meaning of a security? Yes, your response should be there. Hello. Yes, what is the word? What is the meaning of security? How we can feel we should be secure? Yes. Can anyone? Yes, I am audible. Yes, in between you have to give a quick response. What is the security? Okay, so the basic meaning of a security is that, so there are various definition of a securities. Okay, so the we can call as a security, it can be a freedom from a risk or a danger. Okay, so if we feel any area, any zone as a danger, so we cannot feel we are secure in that area or in that network. Okay, so the basic definition of security is that the freedom from risk or a danger. So we can feel secure in every area, so it might be referred as a security. Okay, so it might be a freedom from our doubts, anxiety or fear or the confidence. Okay, so in a simple word we can define the definition of security as something that gives or assure safety. Okay, so if we feel a safety, so we can call it as a security. So the basic definition or the simpler definition of a security is that, so the something that gives us as a assurance of a safety, that is referred as a security. Okay, so here we can be used the security. So we have to go to the previous decades in the background of a security. So if we have to transmit the information in a various mediums, so by day, we can transmit the data through the wider channels. Okay, so if I have to take the example of our mobile phones, if you have to take the example of various computers, so we can transmit the information by using the various communication things. Okay, so as we enhance the technology, so there is a importance of security can be arises. Okay, so we can form the information security requirement have changed in the recent times. So as the our need changes, so there is a need of a security also changes. So as per our requirement, we can feel the importance of the security. So in every area, in every field, we can use the concept of a security. Okay, so if we have to go towards the security, so we have to study the three important definitions. One is a computer security, second one is a network security, and third one is a internet security. Okay, so these are the three important definitions regarding the cryptography. Okay, so what is a computer security? So in a computer security, we can protect our data from the hackers. So if someone want to hack our data, okay, so we can protect our data from the various suspects. So that is called as a computer security. So uh, to avoid the hacking, we can use the various keys. We can install the various antiviruses. So that's come under the computer security. So the second definition is the security. Okay, so the network security means it measures to protect data during their transmission. Okay, so if we go with the computer security, so in a computer security, we can store a data at a one place only. Okay, so but if we have to transmit the data from the one end to the another end, so in that case we have to use the network security. So simply we can transmit the data over the network. So that's why it can be called as a network security. So when we transmit the data over the internet, okay, so at that time we have to use the network security. And third one is the internet security. So in internet security, so it measures to protect data during the transmission over the collection of interconnected networks. Okay, so what is the difference between network security and internet security? Can anyone tell? The definition is common, but there is a little bit more information in the internet security. So can anyone identify the difference between network security and the internet security? Yes. कोण सांगू शकते? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the basic difference between the network security and internet security is that, so when we use the internet security, so simply we can use only the two mediums. One is a sender and another is a receiver. So there is a communication between only two persons. And if we go towards the internet security, so in that case, we can transmit the data on a cloud. So it can be also the concept of Internet of Things. So we can transmit the data from a single user to the multiple users. So that is referred as the interconnected networks. So in interconnected networks, we can connect the various, we can connect the number of users. So that comes under the internet security. So it is a basic difference between the network security and internet security. So in internet security, we can transmit the information over the collection of interconnected networks. Okay, so this is a graph of a security trend. So how there is a need of a security. yeah, how the days passes, what is the importance of security. So we can shows with the help of this slide. So we can take the range of years as a 1990 to 2001. Okay, so as the year increases, so we can feel out there should be the importance of security. Okay, so yeah, if we compare the year 1990 and the 2001, so the day by day or the year by year there should be the security. And if we find out the various concepts, so it might be various snippers, various packets, various denial of services. Okay, so that all thing we have to cover in our these upcoming units. So it is basically the security trends, so how there is a need of a security from the 1990 to 2001. So it is a, like just an example. So as we fill out, yeah, as we increase, yeah, as we use the various technologies, so we can find out the number of applications of the security. So we can find out there is a use, there is a application of the network security in a various areas. Okay, so if we have to study the network security, so we have to study the one most common architecture, that is open system interconnection architecture. So that is called as a OSI security architecture. Okay, so the architecture is too important in the network security. Okay, so in this architecture we have to study the three important points. Okay, so now everyone listen carefully. So what the OSI architecture consists. So first one is a security attacks. The second one is a security mechanism. And yeah, hello, yes, any doubt? Okay, so these are the three key points of the OSI security architecture. One is a security attack, second one is a security mechanism, and third one is a security services. So the first point is that security attack. Yes, any doubt? Hello? कोण कुठे फिरतंय? Hello? Yes, roll number 27. Who is the 27? Roll number 27. 27 is there. Yes, roll number 27. रोल नंबर 27. कुठे आहे तुम्ही? Okay, so we'll continue. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so we have to study the three important key points regarding the network security and the OSI security architecture. So first one is the security attacks, second one is the security mechanism, and third one is the security services. So in a security attack, so in this attack we have to study the various types of the attack. So what is the active attack? What is the passive attack? So how we can avoid the various types of attacks. So that thing we have to study in the security attack. So simply we have to study the various types of the attack. So by using which attack our data should be hacked. So that is come under the security attack. So the second one is a security mechanism. So in a security mechanism, so as we study the types of attack, so in a security mechanism, so it is a mechanism to avoid, yeah, to prevent the data from the various hackers. So in a security mechanism, we have to study the various preventive measures to avoid the various attacks. And the third one is the security services. So in the security services, we have to study the three important types of services. That is the confidentiality, data integrity, and availability. Okay, so these are the three important security services. Okay, so if we have to study the computer security concepts, so these are the three important security services. So by using these three services, we can transfer data over the network. Okay, so the three important concepts are confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Okay, so these three concepts are also called as a CIA triad. C for confidentiality, I for integrity, and A for availability. So in a confidentiality, we have to study the two concepts. There is a data confidentiality and privacy. So it is a confidentiality and what is a privacy. So if we have to uh, protect our data, right? So without our permission, so no one can access our data. So that is called as a data confidentiality. And in a privacy, we can use the various security mechanisms to secure our data. So we can provide the various keys, we can put the various passwords. So that's come under the privacy. So the second is a integrity. So in integrity, again, there are the two things. One is the data integrity and second one is a system integrity. So in a data integrity, so we can store the various informations, yeah, we can store the various programs. Okay, so that information can use by only the authorized person. Okay, so if we have to use our fingerprint, so by using that particular person only the that system can be opened. So that's come under the data integrity. And in a system integrity, we can use various multiple integral functions. So we can use various multiple data integrity concepts in the system integrity. And the third one is a availability. So it can make sure the system is available to only the authorized person. That is called as a availability. Okay, so these are the three important concepts of the computer security. So it can also referred as a CIA triad. Okay, okay, it's clear. What is the confidentiality? What is the integrity? What is the availability? Yes, it is clear. Hello. Yes, it is clear. Okay, so again we have to study the OSI architecture in a detail. So as we study the OSI system architecture consists of the three key points, that is a security attack, security mechanism, and the security services. So under the security attack, so it might be any action that comprises the security of information owned by that particular organization. So So if any organization consists of its private data, so that data might be hacked by another agencies. Okay, so there are the possible types of attack or comes under the security attack. So it might be an active attack or the passive attack. So we have to study the two types of attack. One is the active attack and one is the passive attack. So what is the active attack? What is the passive attack? And how we can avoid these two types of attack. Okay, so that comes under the security mechanism. Okay, so the security mechanism is a process that designed to detect or recover the data from the security attack. So if our data can be hacked by the hackers, okay, so how we can prevent that data from a particular system. So in order to use that data, we have to use the various types of security mechanism. Okay, so the security mechanism is the process to recover the data that is attacked by a various types of security attacks. And third one is a security services. So in these security services, so how the data can be authenticated or how the data can be used by only the authorized person. Okay, so if we pass the message from the one user to the another user and we want only that message or that information can reach up to the specified user. Okay, so for that we have to study the various types of security services. So these are the three security services. First one is the confidentiality, second one is the integrity, and third one is the availability. Okay, so by using these three services, so we can provide the various types of security services. Okay. Okay, so any doubt up to this? Hello? Yes, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so now we have to move towards the next point. So we have to study the OSI architecture in a detail. So in a OSI architecture, there are the three key points: security attack, security mechanism, and the security services. So out of these three key points, so we have to study the first key point, that is called as a security attacks. So in this security attack, we have to study the two basic types of attack, that is a passive attack, and the second one is a active attacks. So we need to understand what is a passive attack and what is a active attacks. So here we can take a one example to describe the meaning of a passive attack. So here the two users. So the one user can transmit the information to the another user. So we can call says that there is a one person named as a Bob can transmit the information to the allies. Okay, so when the Bob transmit the information to allies, there is a third person can read the content of a message. So consider there is a person A and the person B. Okay, so now everyone listen carefully. Okay, so if A person can transmit the message to the B person, okay, so at that time the third person can read the content of a message that can be transmitted from the person A. So that is called as a passive attack. So in a passive attack, the third person or the third user can read the content of a messages. Okay, so the A person can transmit the message to the B person, and the third person first read the content of messages, and that message is transmitted to the next person. So that is called as a passive attack. Okay, and in active attacks, so the third person can read the message as well as it can also reply to the next person. Okay, so understood the two types of attack. So in a passive attack, so the third person can only read the content of messages. So he does not have any authority to change the message and to provide to reply to the next person. So in an active attack, so the third person can also read the content of a messages and it can also reply. Yeah, it can also change the message and it can transmit to the next user. Okay, so have you understood the two type of attack, passive attack and active attack?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so
Yes,
in a
sir.
simple words, again I'll tell you. So in a passive attack, so when the user A transmit the message to the user B, so the third person can only read the content of that particular message. So that is called as a passive attack. And in an active attack, so when the user A can transmit the information to the user B, so the third person can read the content of message. It can also change the type of message and it can reply to the person B. Okay, so these are the two main types of attack. Okay, so active attack and passive attacks. Okay, so along with this, again we have to study the important concepts regarding the attack. So it, third one is the interruption. Okay, so in an interruption, so when the A person can transmit the message to the B person, so the third person can receive the message and it can block that particular message. समजा आपण एका पर्सननं दुसऱ्या पर्सनला मेसेज सेंड केला, so when the one person can transfer the message to the B person, so the third user can have that particular message and it can block that particular message. So the message from A person is not able to reach up to the B person. So that is called as a interruption. Okay. Fourth one is a interception. So in a interception, so the user can only read the content of a message. So it is similar to the or a passive attack. So in our passive attack also the user can only read the content of message. So it cannot modify, yeah, it cannot change that particular message or it cannot be reply to the person B. Okay, so these are the four important concepts: passive attack, active attack, third one is a interruption, and fourth one is a interception. So have you understood these four concepts? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when we study the various types of attacks, so we have to study these four concepts: passive attack, active attack, interruption, and interception. Okay, so okay, so next thing is a modification. So along with interruption and interception, so the third person can read, also write, and also modify that particular message, and it can be transmit to the next person. So that is comes under the modification. So it can change the content of that particular message, which can be sent from the user A to the user B. Okay, so when the user A type the message, so the third person can read the content. It can also change contents of that particular message or you can also modify the message. So that is called as a modification. Okay, so these are the important concepts regarding the security attacks: active attack, passive attack, interruption, interception, and modifications. Okay, so have you understood these five concepts?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so any doubts? Yes, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So today we'll stop up to here. So in next lecture, again we have to go in a details. What are the different types of active attack and what are the different types of passive attack. So here we can understand only the concept of active attack and the passive attack. So we have to study the various types of active attack and passive attack. Okay, so that concept we'll take in a next lecture. So if you have any doubts, you can ask here. Okay, no doubts. Okay, so again, the important notice is, so tomorrow is the project day. So for project day, you have to report to the college. Okay, so everyone report to college and meet your respective guides for your project progress. Okay, yes, it is clear. Okay, so now you can put your attendance in a proper sequence. Okay, so roll number one is there, two. Yes, put your numbers in a proper sequence. 3, 4, 5, roll number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, roll number 11. कुठमध्ये आला तुम्ही? 16, 17. Again, sequence is mismatched. Roll number 18. 18 is there. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 37 कुठून आला मध्येच? 26, 27. Okay, those who put your numbers, you can left. 28, 29, 30, roll number 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 to 40, 36 to 40, 41 to 45, 46 to 50, 51 to 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Okay, so those who put your attendance, you can leave now. Okay, so for tomorrow's project day, so report to your respective guides. Okay, so today we'll stop here.